Morning all, happy Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to do something a little different in regards to prepping. Maybe just share a little advice on how to prep for today and avoid yet another SHTF event. We've all had those holidays, politics comes up, people get heated, arguments ensue, and the day is ruined. Okay. I remember one in my family when my brother and my father actually got in a fist fight. Memories. Okay. So wanted to give you just a couple of suggestions to calm down, relax, and enjoy the day maybe. Okay, so let's try a few of these. Got 5 different tips for you all today on, like I said, how to avoid a shit hits the fan moment on Thanksgiving. Number 1, how about reminiscing about holiday dinners past? Something like how grandma used to bake a dozen pies in anticipation of the holiday. Remember how she put marshmallows on top of the sweet potatoes, or how she'd roast a duck and a turkey because her dad, who had died before we were even born, hated turkey, so that was their tradition. Leave it to the check and me to bring up a duck. Okay. How about, just remembering our loved ones and the wonderful things they did at Thanksgiving. It's not just a safe topic. It shows the spirit and the grace of the holiday. Okay. So that's the first one. Number 2, just accept the mundane conversational questions, okay? Questions like, hey, have you heard from Uncle Joe? Or how's school been going? Be involved in the conversation. Listen, talk a little more, ask a couple of questions. It's a real low pressure type deal, okay? Just don't ask people's opinions and don't offer yours. Any question that starts off with, what do you think about, should be an absolute no-go today, okay? It's a family dinner, not the Spanish Inquisition. Number 3, this is maybe a little bit different, but this year it might be a good idea to skip the tradition of going around the table and saying what you're grateful for. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but expressing gratitude invites political statements, okay? If a declaration is part of your tradition and you can't let it go, get some limits around the statements, okay? For instance, you could do something like, in one word only, tell us what you're thankful for this year, okay? However, just be prepared. Somebody might say Biden or vaccine or mask, okay? So there's still a little risk in there. That's why I said maybe you want to skip this one, but some people might appreciate it because usually it's a pretty tough question to answer. Number 4, this goes back to Uncle Joe, all right? Have a kind pre-dinner conversation with your usual offender, Uncle Joe, okay? We all have one in the family, the Thanksgiving provocateur, who simply can't help but pick a fight over politics, okay? They're always looking for somebody whose goat can be gotten over a presidential election or COVID or God knows what, okay? Pull these people aside individually, before, when they show up. Tell them kindly, but firmly and candidly, okay, that discussions about politics and COVID and everything like that are not going to be tolerated today, and just please hold off on that until tomorrow. Tomorrow they can go hell-bent for leather, whatever they want to do, not today. Okay. Last one, and again, maybe people will, maybe people won't. Limit alcohol before and during the meal. Okay. This year, plenty of people are probably going to want to drink to deal with everything that's going on. Hell, many of us like a glass of wine or two at holiday meals anyway. But face it, liquid courage often fuels political commentary. All right. If you're hosting, you can control the amount of alcohol offered. If someone shows up after clearly having tipped back a few already, offer them a glass of water and maybe some bread as an appetizer. It's not going to sober them up, but maybe it'll slow them down. I know I'm going to hear this, always do. People are going to argue that democracy depends on political discussion at the table. Okay. But for the sake of caring for your dinner guests, hopefully you can have some, and keeping the peace. All right. Please at least encourage civility and polite listening. Today's a day to be thankful for everything you have. Your family, your friends, the harvest, the meal, okay? Today's a day to be thankful you're alive, living in this great country. With all its faults, all its problems, It's still the greatest country in the world, and yours is still the greatest family in the world. Be thankful for that. Now, go get a piece of pie. Happy Thanksgiving. Pinball out.